Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Marcus from the Weekly Spot back again with another review, and today I'll be doing a movie review for Violent Night.
I gotta watch.
I believe in you, Santa.
In this film, we got a Santa Claus on Christmas Eve who has lost all faith in humanity, saying that this might be his last Christmas, his last year as Santa. So he then goes house to house, drunkenly, may I add, delivering presents, and things seem to be going by somewhat well. Things are moving along until he goes to one house where a family is being robbed and held hostage by a team of mercenaries. And when things were starting to pop off, his reindeer just left him. So now Santa is stranded at the house, but Santa's like, I'm out. So he tried to make a run for it, but you see that he hasn't lost faith in humanity completely. He still cares about people because there's this little girl in the family, Trudy, and when he sees her terrified of what's going on, it didn't sit right with him, leaving her in danger. So he decided to stay to stop the group of mercenaries, rescue Trudy and the family, and save the day. Now, how I found out about this movie, I was at the movie theater, and I don't remember what I saw, but when I left the theater, I saw the poster, and I was like, "Is that David Harbour dressed up as Santa Claus?" I mean, it got me curious. So when I read about this being a rated R movie about a dark, gritty, and serious Santa Claus, I mean, it sounded silly, of course, but also pretty cool. But then, when I saw the trailer, I watched the trailer, and I was sold. Like it looked like it would be a lot of fun, and after watching it, I gotta say it didn't disappoint. Like I had a really good time watching this film. The story was pretty simple and straightforward. I like that how this movie managed to be violent but heartwarming at the same time. Mostly with the scenes between Stan and Trudy. I feel like the best way to describe this movie, and at this point, it's been said many times, and I agree. It's like the combination of Die Hard, Home Alone, and also John Wick or Nobody. The story has similarities to Die Hard with the mercenaries pulling a heist, and most of the film taking place in one setting, which is the house. There is one scene where the film at one point becomes like a rated R version of Home Alone, which at this point has been joked about for many years, but there is some truth to it. I mean, those traps in Home Alone could definitely hurt someone or worse, and this movie it does give you a Home Alone scenario, but way more violent, or should I say more realistic. And when it comes to the action, it has that style of John Wick and Nobody, which one of the producers for this is the same one that helped produce John Wick and Nobody, which makes sense. Why it has that vibe, and I think this movie does a good job of paying homage and blending in the elements of those films. So in this film, we have a version of Santa that has lost faith in humanity. He feels that the world is run by greed, and that kids are losing more and more belief in him. And he questions himself, like, what is this all for? And like he pretty much lost his Christmas spirit. I mean, the movie opens up with him at a bar just drinking and drowning his sorrows. And when you see him going from house to house giving away presents, you see jolly old Saint Nick. He's not as jolly as he used to be. Like, his heart is not really into it, and again, without a care in the world, he's getting drunk, he's pissing and vomiting from his sleigh. Like, he's just a mess. Like, the many years of him doing this, at this point, it's just another job to him. He's tired, he's fed up, and he just wants to get the night over with. David Harbour, I thought, was an awesome and badass Santa Claus. There have been a lot of portrayals and and different versions and different versions of the character. And I gotta say, out of all the ones that I've seen so far, this one has to be one of my favorites. I thought he was a great fit for this role as a more savage and brutal Santa. And I think it's a pretty cool and interesting take. This movie has a bunch of Christmas references, like John Leguizamo's character, for example, who plays the villain with the code name Mr. Scrooge, who is the leader of the heist, and who also has like this childhood grudge against Christmas, much similar to the character Scrooge from The Christmas Carol. John Leguizamo, by the way, was great. His character comes off as so cartoonishly evil. I thought he was a fun villain, and you can tell that the actor was having a lot of fun playing this role, along with everybody else in the movie. And I like the henchmen in this too. They all have like Christmas code names like Krampus, Gingerbread Man, Candy Cane, Sugar Plum, Frosty, Techie, and Tinsel. Now with the other characters, you got the Lifestones, who are a pretty wealthy and dysfunctional family. You got Alva, the spoiled daughter, played by Eddie Patterson. Morgan, played by Cam Gigande, who's like this egotistical, self-centered wannabe actor and Alva's boyfriend. And then there's her son, Bert, played by Alexander Elliott, an online streamer who's just this little brat. And you got Gertrude, played by Beverly D'Angelo, who's the mother and who just comes off as a cruel person. Like, everyone in this family is not so great except for the son Jason, played by Alex Hassel, his wife Linda, played by Alexis Louder, and their daughter Trudy, played by Leah Brandy. And they are the nice ones, and even they are having problems with their relationship, but still they are the decent ones in the family. Now the little girl that plays Trudy, Leah Brandy, I like her in this. I thought she did a good job, and I like the bond and the connection that was built between her and Santa. Throughout the movie, when Santa is having doubts about himself, Trudy reminds him why he does what he does, and that there are kids and people out there that still believe in him. She pretty much helps him revive his Christmas spirit. I like the humor in this. It may not be a laugh out loud kind of funny, but it does have some funny moments. There are a lot of Christmas jokes and puns that may be too little on the nose, and don't get me wrong, there is such a thing as being way too cheesy or cringy, etc. But I think it works here. I like the writing. This movie knows what it is and doesn't take itself too seriously. The action in this I thought was pretty. The action in this movie was pretty awesome. It has some nice choreography, and as I mentioned before, it has the same style as films like John Wick and Nobody. It's on that same level of over the top violence. It's violent, it's bloody, gory, and it's got some creative kills. And the thing about Santa, without trying to give too much away for anyone who hasn't seen this, he's not a badass or somebody that can fight out of nowhere. In this film you do get his backstory, though you don't get a lot of it. You do get just enough to know that in his past he wasn't all that nice or innocent, and he's not just known for delivering presents and spreading that holiday cheer. He's got some other skills and experiences. Like this is a Santa Claus that has been through some things and has done stuff. Now if they come out with a sequel, I do hope that they show more of his backstory and what little lore and world building that was established here. I also hope that they expand more on that as well. Overall, this was a fun movie. I like the action, I like the humor, the cast and the characters. This film is violent, but also managed to be heartwarming and a sincere Christmas movie. I do recommend checking this out. I don't know if I would recommend this to kids though. Obviously, as most Christmas movies are either for kids or all ages, but this is more of an adult Christmas movie. I hope this movie does come out with a sequel. I would like to see a continuation with this, because I think this has the potential to become a pretty awesome series. So I give Violent Night a 4 out of 5.
Come on. Which one of you did that? Prancer? So unprofessional.
And that's it for my review for Violent Night. Let me know your opinion of the film. And would you want a sequel? And do you think this has the potential to become a series? And yeah, that'll be it for this video. This is Marcus from the Weekly Spot. More content will be coming out soon. But until then, take care, everyone.